During the 86 and 87 seasons, establishing Keystone career records for hits, doubles, collecting 64 total hits during those 2 seasons. For her career, Jill posted an outstanding .403 batting average, the second highest mark still to date in Keystone history, while ranking second still in RBIs for her career after driving in 62 for the Giants. In 87, Jill put together one of the finest seasons in Keystone softball history, set a number of school records while leading the Giants to a postseason appearance that season. She batted, I think you were what, 446, Kerry? Yeah, 444. Not too shabby. Can't even hit that in a beer softball league. The third highest in program history. She also set records that year for hits, RBIs, doubles during their final year at Keystone, totaling 43 RBIs, 36 assists, and 13 doubles, which is still records today, which is pretty impressive. It really is, because we play a heck of a lot more games, and that's why our meal money is small, guys. We play more games. But this is an impressive feat when we dug up through the archives, and when I was talking to Jill about this too, she told me, I said, we have this. She still remains the only player in Keystone history to hit 2 grand slams in one game. Wow. That's unbelievable. Not too shabby, 14 RBIs in that game too. After her time at Keystone, Jill went on to obtain a bachelor's degree in early childhood education from Westchester University before earning a master's degree at Holy Family University. Jill has been a first grade teacher at the William Penn School District since 2000. When I first called Jill, probably a couple months ago, she was very, very honored and humble, and she says, really? I mean, for me, you know? And then as time's gone on, you know, this last week or so, I've got to know Jill, and kind of think it really, you know, same thing with Carrie, you know, just, they found their niches, and just in getting to know her, and her friend is kind of shaking her head there. She has her schoolmate, Sandy, you guys were roommates together? Yeah, which I think is great. She came down from Maine, so thanks for taking the trip for her. But the one thing that resonated with Jill this week, as we had a couple discussions on the phone, was just, you know, what Keystone meant to her, and just being a pioneer for women's sports. And, you know, that was one thing. She said, what am I going to talk about? I said, take that if you want. I don't know if you're going to go that route. But I said, you know what, Jill, you set a foundation. She got to meet her softball coach. I don't know if Allison's still here. There she is too. And these are the building blocks that, you know, Carrie, you know, your lovely wife, you know, they push us, and that's a good thing. And Jill, that's the one thing that resonated this week as I got to know you too, is just to know that, you know, being a first grade teacher, and to kind of, use when Kevin said that, pay it forward, is really important. And it's the one thing, just getting to know you this week too. I'm honored to, you know, introduce you and bring you up here. So Jill, please come on. Look what she has with it.
This is my mitt from 30 years ago. I still have it. And everybody's like, it's so small. I couldn't play with a big mitt. It still bends. I mean, my dad bought me this one. I want to thank all the inductees. I want to thank the committee. Today I was in traffic for like 4 hours, and I'm like still thinking, what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. So I didn't write anything, so I'm just going to talk. And then if I forget, I'll just say, okay, I'm thankful, but I am. But I am thankful. When Matt called, he didn't tell you this either. He didn't have my number. So he called my parents. And unfortunately, my parents could not be here. My mom is sick with shingles, and if anybody knows anybody with shingles, they're very painful. And she was upset, but I said, I'd rather you be home resting than be sitting here in pain. Anyway, he called my parents all week, and he would say, I speak to Jill Shoemaker. She's like, she doesn't live here. Who is this? And then when I spoke to Matt finally got my number, because I said, well, who is this person? Like, I didn't know, sorry, Matt, I didn't know. And he's like, you have a great screener, because she would not give your number to me for a week. And that is true, because some people call my house, and I guess because from way back when, they're like, oh, Jill Shoemaker. And, you know, I was like, I'm not giving my number. But then when he called me, I was like very shocked. I'm like, holy cow. I say that to my first graders, holy cow, it's funny. But anyway. He was saying about women's sports. Yes, I like to talk about women's sports, because back then, this was the gym, I remember. We had the weight room was like not even half the size of the stage. And I walk over there, I'm like, wow, look at all this stuff there. And meal money, what was that? I don't remember anything about that. And shoes for wrestling. I mean, we had to give our uniform back at the end of the year. So I'm like, what? Right, Doreen?
Right.
Right. I played with Doreen. And Doreen was nominated, I don't know how many years ago. Whatever, how many years ago. But anyway, Keystone. Women's sports. Back then, we had a great team. The camaraderie that we had, and I'm sure everybody would say that, but I wish my coach was here. We couldn't get a hold of him. But there's one thing that he said to me that I instill in my kids today. He's like, because I come from a small town, so I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not gonna go to a big university, I'm just gonna go to a small college, because it was junior college back then. Now it's Keystone College. Eventually it'll probably be university, maybe. So back then, I'd come in and I knew I was good at softball. Not to toot my own horn, but I knew I was good at it. But I would still lack confidence. And the coach saw that. And he told me, Jill, your body, your mind is like a computer. If you say you can't and you hit print, what's it going to print out? I can't. So you feel your whole body turns to I can't do it. Till this day, I still teach my first graders that. They can do it, they can read, you can do that. You can do that. But from then on, like that was my first year when I played with Doreen. My second year coming in, they had me, I was captain of the team. And actually before that, just to tell you a quick story, quick, I know because everybody's hungry probably right now. I broke both of my ankles in October, 2 days apart. How I did that, that's a long story. Anyway. The coach came to my room and Sandy, like I said, I met Sandy 30 years ago. We're still best friends today. That's going to lead me into another path, but anyway, I'm going to get off track, sorry. It's like, squirrel? No. But anyway, my coach came in and he was talking to me. He's like, oh my gosh, you broke your ankle. You need to fix that. You need to fix that. You need to be determined that you really want to do this. And I did. Like, I didn't see any special OT. I just wrapped my ankle. And when I played, this was my best year. Like, when I had the back-to-back Grand Slams, I was shocked too. I was like, whoa. I mean, it was consecutive. And we played against Penn State, by the way. I mean, I like Penn State, don't get me wrong. So, from him telling me that, like I said, I instill that into the kids I teach. I've been teaching 23 years. Keystone, like, I loved it here. Like, it's a small school, but the camaraderie, people are nice. But you build a foundation that when you come back here, you just feel love. You feel you're not a number. And you feel worthy. So if I would recommend someone to come here, I would. And like to be nominated, I was just shocked. when he's like, yeah, you were nominated. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Are you sure? And he's like, yeah. So back and forth for like a minute. Are you sure? Are you kidding? Are you sure? But like I said, I hold this mitt. This is something, it's a memory. Yeah, it looks small. It's kind of, but my dad got me this mitt and we wrapped it, in a rubber band. And I don't know if they do that now, but it was great. And like I said, Keystone, the coaches, what they instill in you can be forever. You would never forget it. Women's sports, back then, we had, if you would have saw the field back then, and now the field that they have now, that's great. I mean, now the women's sports are so recognized. Back then when I went, women's sports really weren't recognized. So I was like, oh, yeah, am I gonna play sports? Yeah, maybe, because I knew it wasn't gonna take me anywhere. Like, it's not gonna, oh, I need a scholarship. Oh, it can get me, I didn't do that. Now they have all that. They have the coaches. You guys have a great facility here. We didn't have that. Not to say, oh, poor us. It's just that I know that we played because we had the love of it. Like, we played because we just played. And if you would take that team that we had back then and put it together now, you'd be like, holy moly, you'd all be on the Wheaties box. So like I said, I want to thank, Sandy, she drove down from Maine for me because she knew my mom and dad were sick, so thank you. How many hours drive? 8, 12, whatever, 8. But thank you. And thank you all here for coming, too, to represent everybody. I'm getting stuck again. But I'm very humble. I'm thankful. Thanks.